So, hello again. I see that you come back for more. Actually, I don't see you at all, so I can't really say that. So I'm just gonna talk about random things like shows and music, and then pet peeves. Told you, really random. So my favorite TV show is Supernatural, and even though I say that, I haven't watched like the last 2 seasons, which is a huge bummer because I'm really addicted. And who wouldn't be addicted to two good-looking guys? Sorry, David. Um, Fighting demons and all this, and they're muscular, which I mean doesn't hurt when they take their shirts off. But yeah, if you definitely need a show to get into, and you don't mind like demons and ghosts and all that jazz, it's definitely something to look into. It's not like Paranormal Activity. It's not, I promise you, because I don't like that stuff. I think it's too cheesy, and obviously like you can do that. Oh, my keys are gone. Oh, I wonder when you were upstairs and recording yourself, who off the set grabbed those set of keys. It's not some demon. Okay. Anyways, so I like Supernatural, also The Big Bang Theory, which I'm pretty sure you guys know a lot about, and there's also Breaking Bad, which Antwaine and I are getting David to watch, and it's intense, and it's kind of weird because like I've watched all of them except the last half of the fifth season, I guess, and I forget a lot of stuff that happens. So I mean, it's good that I'm rewatching it. I'm also making him watch Prison Break because I was addicted to that show, and it's only 4 seasons. And oh my gosh, oh, if you haven't watched Bates Motel, which is based off of Psycho, you definitely need to watch it because it is so good. The first season's on Netflix, and then you'll be begging for the second season to come on. So yeah, so you definitely need to watch that. And then Orange is the New Black, I enjoy that as well. Kind of grody at times, but I enjoy it. And New Girl, that's funny. That's funny. If you need a comedy or something, I'd watch that. And let's see. So I talked about enough TV shows. I like video games, and I love my Charmander. I used to play Pokemon all the time. I still play it on my computer sometimes. So yeah, it's fun. I haven't played it in a while, so I need to get on that. But I have exams to take, so that's gonna have to wait a little bit. So then there's music. I like pretty much everything. I'm really picky with rap, and there are only a few country songs I like. Only a few, like literally, probably just 5 country songs. Don't like country at all. I think their voices are too twangy and whiny, and yeah, I prefer rock and all the different types of rock. So that's my preferences. Also, let's see. Video games. I love Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung is my man. So the only time like I can't beat people is when it's not on a PlayStation 2 controller or a system, and if it like Deadly Alliance is what I play all the time. So we were playing Mortal Kombat 5. I don't know if there's a name to it. And Antwaine and I were playing, and I'm not used to the controller at all, and I've never played that before, and he killed me. Like it was sad. Like I'm not used to losing in that game, and he just kept murdering me. But he was that noob character, and I played with him on Colin's game system, and I was pretty good. I was pretty beastly, just saying. So I think I might have to rematch Antwaine sometime, but I don't want to have too much confidence in case he murders me again, or like as he likes to say, mercs. So like I need to survive here, so keep my reputation. So and I also like playing Tekken, but it can be difficult to play with my roommate Colin sometimes because he just goes in hard because he spends his life playing video games. So every once in a while I can beat him, but usually not for a whole like complete round. Like maybe I'll do a round and then he'll get the other 2 rounds, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess that happens. I might have beaten him once, but I don't know if that was by awesomeness on my part or if he just kind of missed a button or something. But I'm just gonna say it's my awesomeness that got me to win, because like, no. But yeah, so I obviously need to get better with that. There's a so yeah, I think I'm done talking about music and video games and shows. I mean, obviously, old school video games like Super Mario and Donkey Kong Country, or any of the Donkey Kongs. I don't even remember what the other one was, where you could be multiple monkeys. Like, if you know, please comment, because I'd love to play that again. They were awesome. And I have a 3-foot Charmander. I might show you guys sometime. And also now a pillow Charmander. Super adorable. But now let's go on to my pet peeves, since that's all I can really say about the other media stuff I was telling you about. So my pet peeves, let's do retail oriented first, and then we'll go into my life oriented, and then yeah. So I'm really like, I'm patient, but I'm impatient as well. But I feel like I handle a lot more than the average person, I hope. So at work, like, my pet peeve is when I am dealing, like, if I'm cashier and I'm dealing with a customer and there's a sign that over in the line that says please wait here until you're called, and you decide that for some reason you're superior to that and you have to walk up to me when I'm dealing with another customer and you're in their personal bubble and making them feel uncomfortable, and you set your stuff down on the same counter that they have their stuff down, it doesn't only irritate them, but it irritates me. You don't know if I'm going to call up another cashier. You don't know if I have to do another transaction with them. So if you can actually like listen to the sign, to those people of you who like to like disobey that sign, that'd be awesome. And all of the cashiers who have to deal with that would love you so much more. Also, like, we like to talk to people. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say we like to talk to people. I like to talk to my customers, because like usually customers like to talk back. They don't want to go up to a cashier and they're just like ringing up the stuff and stone faced. Like, I mean, there's some cashiers who do that, but I like to actually talk and smile, and try to make the experience as pleasurable as possible. And sometimes some of you chew me out. Like I said before in my last video, like, you get mad and you ask me why I'm asking so many questions, and I come back and I say, well, most of my customers like me talking to them, so it's not like to be mean or anything or try and figure out your plans so I can rob your place, because that's, I don't even know where you live. I don't have any intention to rob your place. Like, I'm good. I just am curious about your life because it makes my time go faster and more pleasurable. Also, I'll tell you a little story, because I mean, I find it hilarious now. At the time, I was very upset about it because I was running on 2 hours of sleep. So I was cashier. Like, I know all different things, but most of the interesting stuff happens when you're a cashier. So a lady came and she's buying several things, and she was Caucasian, and she's like probably around in her like 50s, and she dresses like she's rich, but I'm not sure like if that's really how it is. But she came up and she said, my lid's cracked, can I get a new lid? And I was like, you know what, it'd be faster if I just got you a whole new candle. I didn't say that to her, but that's my thought process. Like, why find just a lid? Like, just get you a whole new candle. So she's like, it's cracked. And I was like, well, can you show me the crack? And then so she showed me. It was like the tiniest thing, and it was inside. Like, no one would see it unless you were looking for it. But you know, those types of people who need everything perfect. So I called my coworker and I said, hey, like, can you get me a new lid? And my other coworker who was beside me, she was at a register, she said, there are 2 different types of lids, you'll need to describe it. Well, I have, like, I had trouble describing it. So over the walkie, I was like, it's a clear glass thing, it has suction cuppy thingies on it. And I just start laughing, because, like, to me, like, I'm super tired, running 2 hours sleep, and that was the most hilarious thing in the world to me. So I just start laughing, and the lady was like, you need to stop laughing. And I was like, sorry ma'am, like, it's just in my nature to laugh. And she's like, no, I'm being serious. You need to stop laughing because this is or you need to be professional. And I was like, ma'am, like, it's like I'm not laughing on purpose. Like, I literally can't help myself. I just laugh. And she's like, well, I don't know about you, but I value my time. And I said, ma'am, just because I'm laughing doesn't make this go any slower. I should have probably not said that. I should have probably just apologized, which I did earlier when I said sorry, it's just in my nature to laugh. But customers are always right and all that jazz. So I was like, whatever, fine. You don't want me to laugh, you don't want me to smile, I will give you the stone-faced cashier that you want. So I stopped talking and I was doing her transaction. The coworker brought me the lid and I wrapped it in tissue paper, and her whole candle, like, I literally left the counter to get the lid, so obviously she saw me get it, and brought it back and wrapped it. And she's like, at the end, she just stood there, and I was just looking at her. I wasn't gonna ask her any questions, I wasn't gonna say anything to her because she pissed me off, and probably not the best thing to do. I mean, I should still talk to the customer, but like, what I read from her was she doesn't want to talk to me, she doesn't want to interact with me, so I will give her that because, like, you have to read your customers as well. And I didn't say anything. She's just still looking at me, and then she's like, did you put my candle lid in my bags? And I said yes. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. She's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I did. And, like, that's irritating. Like, I know that I put it in there. She obviously saw me leave to get the candle lid, but you know how women can be. I'll bash on them too. I don't like women. Like, sometimes I can barely handle myself. It's just irritating. So then my manager walks by, and of course this lady is just so ready for my manager to walk by, and she's like, are you the manager? And my manager is like, yeah. And she starts doing this hand motion like this. I'm like, what is wrong with her? She's like, this girl, she doesn't know how to do her job. And my manager looks at me, and I just shrug my shoulders, and she's like, really? Like, we've never had complaints about her before. My managers love me, so I mean, I can't blame her. But no, I'm not really that cocky. But anyways, she's like, well, how about we go over there and talk about it, because she didn't want to talk about it in front of me, and there were other customers. By that point, I was just so upset. Like, I was just so angry because little amount of sleep, I was going through a bad day, and so I just left. I couldn't deal with it, and I just needed to cool off and then come back, because, like, I didn't want my customers to have to deal with something that wasn't their fault. So then I went to my manager. She didn't come to me first. She wanted to wait till the next day, but I decided to go to her because I cooled down enough, and I asked her about it. And she said that I guess I just need to read my customers a little bit better, because she doesn't think laughing's okay, so some people like stone-faced cashiers. So yeah, so now I just, that was only one incident. That's the only incidents I ever got in trouble with, which, I mean, I think is pretty good for working there for over 2 years. So other pet peeves. Oh yeah, when you pick things up and then, like, take 3 steps and set it down, was it really that hard to turn around and take those 3 steps back and place it back where it belongs? I don't think so. Like, honestly, it's just 3 steps, and you're gonna walk that even further to go out and leave the store. So if you put things back where they belong, super appreciate it. Even if it's across the store. Like, our store has a lot of stuff, but it doesn't take that many steps to go around the store. So if you can, like, return the things where they belong, or even give it to the cashiers, because that's our job. So, like, when you're waiting in line, you decide against, like, the baby clothing or whatever you have in your hand that you don't want. Don't stick it into a bunch of stuff in our line. Just give it to us. It's a lot easier, and it lets us get out faster, so we don't have to worry about putting it back, and because we see it, like, last second before we leave. I think that might be my only work pet peeves that I can think of right now. I mean, I'm not going to talk about, like, what employees can do, because, like, that just means they need better training, so I really like my job. I enjoy it a lot. I do miss my old crew though. My at-home pet peeves, like not with my roommates currently. In general, what I don't like is people expecting you to help them out when they don't even help themselves. Like, I don't mind doing things for people if they don't ask for it, because then, or like tell me to do it, because it's a nice surprise and obviously like they do it themselves. So if I randomly do it, it makes them happy and I feel self-satisfied, or I forget that word right now, but yeah, you understand what I'm saying. That I help them. So if you're one of those people who leave your dishes on the table and expect me to clear them off, that irritates me. It's small, but it irritates me because was it really that hard, like I said previously, to take those and put them where they need to be? No. So like if you do your own stuff, like small stuff like that, I don't mind cleaning your dishes. I don't mind like later on picking up your dishes and doing it. I also don't like being talked to like I don't know anything. Condescending is the word. I don't like when people are condescending to me. It's irritating. I don't think anyone likes it when that happens. I also don't like when I do things and I'm told that I haven't done them. Don't know what that's all about, but I mean, I guess people like control more than I do. But I don't think I have that many pet peeves. I mean, there's a few, but I don't think I have any more than that. I'm pretty simple. I'm not materialistic, and I'm low maintenance. So things don't usually irritate me, except some things. I can get grouchy. Extremely grouchy, especially when I'm tired. But usually I'm smiley. Yeah. Yep. So, have a good day.